Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
What is going on, lovely people? It is Friday, early afternoon. You know what I mean? We've got to get this preview done for this game at the weekend. The boys aren't with me today because they are busy. So I thought, you know what, let me get some special guests in for this one. Do you know what I'm saying? Spice it up, give the people something. And I've called on my boy Saint and my boy Ram. What's going on, brothers?
Come on.
Good, man.
We're here, man.
Good.
Looking forward to this one. So we're going to be chopping up the Norwich game, guys. Obviously, we've got Norwich tomorrow. You know what I mean? So first of all, smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go check out the description. It will have the links to these guys as well. Make sure you go and support, show your love as always, people. Make sure you get that done. And I'm just going to get through the sponsor for this show because we've got some special deals for you guys as well this week. Do you know what I'm saying? So as you already know by now, guys, we are partnered up with FansBet. Wonderful company. We're really proud to have these guys on board. And if you sign up with them at the moment, make sure you check them out, guys. The link's in the description for FansBet. You can claim your £10 bet, get £10 welcome offer. Terms and restrictions apply. And obviously make sure you're over 18 and make sure you gamble responsibly, people. But no, some brilliant offers on there for you. Like this one right here. Special Kop-Ish offer for you guys. As always, you know, we've got to bring you the best. First goal scoring odds. Guys, this is only for you. Only for you. If you go on FansBet right now and it's not through the Kopish link, you will not get these odds. Mo, 3.3 to be the first goal scorer. I mean, guys, if he's playing in this game, that is amazing odds. That is so what are you saying? If I put a tenner down, I get £33 back on Salah scoring. I mean, ain't that money in the bank, people? Come on. Roberto Firmino, 5. Look, he scored the other day. Nobody thought he would. Diaz. If Diaz plays in this game, which we'll get into, maybe this will be the time he gets his first goal. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? So make sure you check out FansBet, guys. Wonderful company, and they are our sponsor. So we have to make sure that you're going through the Kopish link that's in the description, people. Make sure you get that done. All right. I've got another special odd for you guys. I'll be shouting at the end as well, but we'll save that one. Let's get into it, though. Let's get into it, boys. Welcome. Norwich, I'm not going to call this an easy game because I feel like that's a complacency that stops you winning a title. But we do have to be real. If we don't win this game, it's kicking off. So it's one of them ones, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones. So I'm going to start and I'm going to ask you guys just how you feel going into the game. Then after that, we'll get into all the starting lineup and the pleasantries of that. So Saint, I'll start with you first. How are you feeling about this game off of the back of that Inter Milan game?
Firstly, love for bringing me on, Drift, man. Much appreciated.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm in good spirits, bro. I know I've been seeing on the timeline a lot of discontent from some fans in terms of the manner in which we're winning these games, but that only goes to prove like I'm kind of buying into that. Not every game you're going to win silky. Do you know what I mean? Every game has to be. Not every game is going to be easy. Do you know what I mean? But we're coming out of that, and ultimately we're coming out of it with a dub. The Burnley game and the Inter Milan game were two very different wins. Both industrious, both hard fought, and like I said, do you know what I mean? Like Inter Milan, I think, have only lost 3 games at home the whole year. Do you know what I mean? Out of 30 games. So it's not easy to go there and put 2 past them. Do you know what I mean? And keep a clean sheet. Again, Burnley, tough opponents. They're kind of anti-football-ish. They had to go there with the elements. We dealt with it. Norwich going to be a different game, but I'm ready for that. I do think that there does need to be some change in our lineup though to give some freshness in the legs, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, man, definitely. So, Ram, before obviously we get into the lineup and the rest, how you feeling? I mean, obviously, I saw your match reaction on the terrace, and you know what, I gotta rate you as well, bro, because there's people who say some things, and you stay a lot calmer than I would. So I've always got to give you. I've always got. I've always
Not
got
gonna
to
lie.
give that patience that you have is impeccable, bro. So I know how you feel about the Inter game, but just in general, right now, the mood around the team, the squad, how you feeling?
You know what? I'm very happy, you know. I'm very happy because barring Diogo Jota, which is also a bad injury, I feel all of our players are fit. And we haven't said that for a very long time. Naby's fit, Ox is fit. By the way, whoever shared that photo, you're a mug. You're an absolute mug. Like
Yeah.
that was
I mean, why would you even? What is funny about that? Like, let's be real. Like, what is funny about that? Like, you can have a little banter if you're on a little stream with somebody in it, but to actually spread a rumor that a poor guy who gets injured a lot is injured and show pictures and make people really think, what are you doing, man? Like, come on, man.
Like, literally. But the only thing I sort of went off on was, bro, Konate. I love Konate, man. Konate is my guy. He's my guy. I was impressed with him. He was dominant. He was everything. And obviously, we didn't play well, but we still got the win. And I feel like this sort of winning mentality started to creep back in, which I wouldn't say it never left, but it's starting to become a lot more prominent now. We're starting to win ugly. We're starting to get the result rather than focus on, we try to focus on getting as much goals as possible, but we most importantly get the 3 points or get the win. So right now, at this moment, I'm very, very happy, man. I am. Like, I can't say anything bad yet, other than a couple of dodgy performances, but we got the dub. We got the dub at the most. That's the most important thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, definitely, bro. Getting a lot of love from around the world at the moment. Big up David tuning in from Italy. Big up. I'm sure I saw, yeah.
And I just want to quickly say, Drift, on, because we've got a lot of Italian fans, Inter Milan fans. I know a couple that were on the terrace. They said that was probably our best ever performance we've had for those 70 minutes. The way we pressed, the way we played football. And to come out of that unscathed, I was like, bloody hell. How did we do that? And I just remembered, we're Liverpool Football Club, man. We're LFC. We do these kind of things. It's in the history of the Liverpool to come away with a win in the CL. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, man. I mean, and the funny thing is, when it comes to the Champions League, just quickly as well, is people are downplaying it because we did well. And I think a lot of people are being disrespectful to Inter Milan in regards to they're Serie A defending champions. And they're not even just defending champions. They're playing well again this season. It's not like they played well, they won, and then they fell off. Yeah, they might not exactly be as good as they were under Conte, but they are actually playing good enough to be 1 point off the top, is it, I believe, or 2 points off the top?
They got a game in hand.
With a game in hand. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If they win that game in hand, they go back top again. So they're playing well. And as you said, they played exceptionally well. And we came out the game with a clean sheet. I think people just wanted to downplay it because it's easy to hate Liverpool. I don't know if you lot have noticed that, but...
I've got a question for all you guys, yeah? This especially on the terrace from what I remember. A lot of people have a problem with us being confident of winning. And I'm like, why are you hating on us being confident of winning when we have one of the best managers in the world, one of the best squads in the world, arguably the best starting 11 in the world? Why are you mad at us for being confident? Why should we not be confident? Do you want us to sit there and say, nah, I think we're going to lose, even though we know our team is superior to Inter Milan?
Do you know what it is, bro? Yeah. This one's probably going to hit home a lot more with the oldest than the youngest. Chris Eubank was exceptionally confident in himself, yeah. But that was why we hated him, because he would win after he would tell you he's gonna win, and we don't really like that. You know what I mean? People in nature, we like the humble
underdog
guy, innit? Yeah, and the underdog, and the guy's chilled and goes, boy, you know what? Yeah. Why do you think when the PR team gets behind AJ, they're like, look, obviously you're gonna say you're gonna knock him out, but don't do the cocky thing. But now you're seeing the road come out and AJ. Now AJ's like, yeah, do you know what? I'm not having this anymore, man. Forget I'm just gonna go in there and thump him up, like, you know what I mean?
It's this country though, isn't it? It's like we like Drift said, we always like to see the underdog coming up, and then we kind of fall off when they get to that place. Like everyone had time for us when we got Klopp and we were building something, but we weren't quite getting there. Losing finals, it's like, oh, like, yeah, I see what they're doing, and I really like. Hopefully they get there and all of that. Then we get there, start batting it up, become like an absolute like powerhouse within football. And now it's like, oh yeah, but them lot that. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You become the hero and then the villain once you get there, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
100%. So let them do it, Ram. Let them do it. I mean,
that's true.
And again, one of the other things as well that you have to remember is, even though our fan base does have some toxicness in it, come on, like this, we're not gonna act like we don't. When you look at fan bases like United, Arsenal, Chelsea, where it gets really toxic and they really, hate each other, or they say outlandish things. Like when I mean outlandish things,
don't get me started, man. Don't get me started.
Oh,
I've seen some stuff on EPL.
You're on the terrace, bro.
I've heard some nonsense, man. I've heard stuff like I'm gonna say it anyway. I've heard like Arsenal are gonna win more league titles in this decade. More league titles than LSC and Man United combined. I've been hearing a lot of that from Arsenal fans. So I'm
arguing with my brethren who's an Arsenal fan, like actual arguing that Ben White is not a better ball playing defender than Matip. Bro, I don't even know. You know when you're talking to someone and you feel like, why am I having to tell someone that the sky is blue? This is long. Like, I can't even be bothered anymore. Like, it's mad. I catch myself halfway through the argument. Like, what's going on here? Like,
this is what I'm saying, Bob. You feel like, hold on, how did you manage to drag me into the pettiness of this? What are we doing here? I'm losing brain cells having this conversation. Like,
you know what Jay-Z says, yeah? So don't argue with fools, because people from a distance can't tell who is who. So I just allow Arsenal fans to just do what you're doing. Yeah, what, man? Say nothing in it, because people from a distance are going to think that we're on the same level, and we're not on the same level. Like, allow 100%. That. Like,
so Ram, let them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just let them do the this.
Just let them. So on that, I'm sure we're gonna be confident and cocky about this one right now.
Careful, Drift. We're not allowed to, man. We're not allowed to.
I know.
Relax.
Norwich at home, but it's gonna be cocky. So Ram, I'm gonna give you goalkeeper and the back four, and then Saint, I'm gonna give you the midfield. And then I'm going to chime in with the front line.
Can you switch it? Please, let me have the back five, please.
All right, go on then. You can have the back five then. All right. We'll start with you then. Say, go on then. Give me your back five. Give me your lineup. Who you would play in this game, bro?
Irish, Casillas, man like Kelleher. Because we've got a Chelsea final coming up, and there's no contention that he's not going to be playing that final. Klopp's already come out and said he's going to be playing that final. If it was me, it wouldn't be the case, but it ain't. It's the big man, and he said that's what's going to happen. So I think Norwich at home is a perfect game to warm a man's gloves for that game coming up. That's what I'd say. So I'd say Kelleher. I'd say Trent. I'd say Matip back for this one, VVD, and then Tsimikas. Again, I'm looking with one eye. Do you know what I mean? With I think Robbo played really well on the weekend with dealing with Dumfries and that. Just give him some time. Let Tsimikas come in and do what he's doing. That's my five. Okay.
I mean, do you agree with that, Ram?
That's why I wanted to go first. I knew it was a bit contentious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How you feeling about that?
I think. Who did you say? You said Trent at right back, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
Trent Trent's probably the one that I could change because I know he's getting a lot of games. But yeah, I'd go Trent.
Yeah, I'm going to be petty, man. I want that guy to win have the most assists in the season, you know what I mean? So pettiness has to come through. I want him to play that game. I'm sorry, I know.
It's over health though, Rams. Come on, Jay. I was just watching. I just say that, yeah, just because I was watching your show when you was talking about Rashford and all of the problems he's having due to being overplayed and all of that. And when you were saying that, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, raw. Trent needs to. We really need to find some other
That's-
legs for Trent
we
because
need
he's
the-
going to be in that position.
We do.
We need to get sign up a backup right back. Hopefully,
Don't know if this is the game for that, but we do.
Yeah, but like, I would want to see Gomez play. I want to see him play. I think he needs minutes. He needs game time.
Yeah.
And what it is that whenever he's had the opportunity to at this moment, the only time he had was Cardiff, but he had COVID, so he was like, it was a bit of a sticky one for him. So I want him. This is the perfect match for him to get up to speed and be a useful asset in the next couple of games. Because I think in the second leg, I think Klopp will play Gomez instead of Kanai or Matip. So I want to see him in this game. I want to see how he does, and I think we still have the quality to win the game if something goes wrong. So I'll go for Gomez instead of
I agree with that.
Instead of VVD.
Yeah, I agree with that. If there's a striker you're going to play him up against, it will be Pukki, who doesn't have pace. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he's got good movement and good finishing, but he hasn't got the pace. So it'd be a good way to bring Gomez in. And Gomez is a forgotten man, and it really bothers me. It really bothers me because I personally actually feel like Gomez is just as talented, if not more talented than Matip. I just think Matip's obviously proven it, and thank God he's been able to be fit. But yeah, the whole Gomez thing is, it's a funny one. With people have a lot of recency bias, and people forget people who haven't been around for a long time, and that's what winds me up a lot in football.
Yeah,
Joe Gomez is an exceptional talent. He is definitely the best partner Van Dijk has had at Liverpool.
Absolutely.
But people just forget it because it's easy to forget it because it didn't happen the other day and it isn't in your mind fresh. So yeah, man, I hope Joe comes. So I agree. I think Joe should play in this game.
Yeah, he's got a couple of leadership qualities in him as well. Like I saw in like the early parts of the season, he's got a little bit of a leadership side to him, which is encouraging to an extent. Like I think, funny enough, against Norwich, he had his best game. I thought he was very good that game against Norwich in the League Cup. So yeah, man, I just want to see Gomez play, man. I really do.
Yeah, man, me too. So before we get into the midfield, just got a quick super chat to get through. Max, big up yourself, bro. What are the odds on the Storm Eunice scoring a hattie? Hey, look, I'm not even gonna lie, it is beating on the window right now. Like,
bro.
I'm in my shed, bro. I feel like it's gonna go, bro.
Storm Eunice has already scored a hattie in my garden, bro. Like I told Drifty and Saint, my fence is gone. It's actually gone. It's torn apart. Like three sets of the fence that we have is done. It's gone. It's like it's ripped apart. I'm mad. Like, bloody hell. It's mad. I won't be surprised if any games are postponed. I really don't.
Yeah, because you know
apparently
what?
the City Tottenham game might be postponed because they can't get on a flight apparently. So that's a bit techie.
I'm all for that. Conte, get your team together, big man. That's extra time. You see the blessing there? Jeez.
Nah, they're dropping points, bro. I'm telling you this. City dropping points against Tottenham. No.
If they play tomorrow, Nah. But if they play tomorrow,
Conte ain't going 4 games, 4 losses, 4 straight losses in the league, brother.
Drift, and plus Tottenham are City's bogey team as well.
I'm telling you, hey Rams, telling you, you see the vibes.
Their bogey team.
Hey Drift, I'm telling
remember
you.
When we won the season? We won the season in 2019-20 at the Etihad. They scored a last-minute winner, but VAR ruled it out. In the Champions League, even though they lost the game. The game was done. Aggregate. They won in the Champions League. Drifty, I'm telling you, my bro.
They're dropping points, bro. I'm telling you.
George told me they get smoked every time they go to the Etihad, though.
Yeah, but it's because they ain't had Conte. They ain't had Conte, bro. And Conte's not doing 4 in a bout. Bro, to be fair, I don't think Spurs have lost 4 in a bout since like 2008 or something. Like, it's mad. Like,
I don't think they've ever lost 4 in the bouts, bro. I think that's actually why the record is going to be mad. That they've never won. They've never lost 4 games in a row, bro.
It's not going to happen, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm the one that's putting it out there. They're either getting smoked or something's going to happen, and you man are going to remember this, and you're going to be like, that Saint guy? Say nothing.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, that I don't see it. I reckon it's gonna be KY jelly settings. It's gonna be all that, bro. We'll see in it. We'll see. So yeah, Ram, give me the midfield, bro. Who you playing?
This might be a little bit of a mad one, though. I would have Henderson at 6.
Okay.
It's a bit of a mad one. Naby and Harvey Elliott.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Because I got one mind on Leeds as well. We have Leeds on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
So
We do.
Wednesday.
So I want to go for a team that's a little bit more technical. That midfield is a lot more technical compared to our usual ones, except Thiago ain't playing. And I think Norwich are going to be sitting back, playing the low block. So I think.
So you think Fabinho can get a break because we won't be defending as much?
Yeah, man. And even then, I think Henderson, after what he showed when he played at 6, and to be fair, this season I think his best position has been at 6. Like all the times he's played well, it's been 6. So I think he warrants a start. And again, the caliber of players that we have, I think we can get away with it against Norwich. No disrespect to Norwich, but it's at home as well, at Anfield, and we normally give them a hiding at Anfield as well. So I'm pretty confident these guys can do a job.
I don't. I mean, Saint, how are you feeling about that midfield?
I think he's right in terms of I do think Fab does need a break. Hearing what he's saying, I just personally, I would change it up a bit. I would go Hendo in the 6. Hendo's fit, yeah?
Hendo's fit.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Hendo in the 6. I would go Naby and maybe Curtis. A little bit better ball retention. Yeah, I'd go CJ as opposed to Harvey personally.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that either. I think the only reason I'm leaning towards Elliott is he didn't have a bad game against Inter Milan, but I feel like don't let him stew on it. Throw him back in, let him have a good game, get that game out of his system, and then, you know what I mean? Because getting hooked at half-time might have affected him a bit. He might be a bit bothered by that. I mean,
you're in a big boy, you're in a big boy team in big boy competitions. There ain't no time for like, you know what I mean, self emotion. Like, bro, this ain't.
He's young though. Remember, bro, it's easier said than done when you're that age. You get what I mean? I remember when I was young, I wanted to just always be impress the manager and if man's hooking me at half time, I'm gonna go home and be like, right, like, yeah, you don't feel me, bro. Like that was mad. Man brought me for half time, So. Yeah,
I get you.
But I ain't got a problem with Jones playing either. Jones needs to get some confidence in him and whatnot. I'm all right with that. There would be a part of me that would want to play Thiago to keep his rhythm going, but you have to protect him a little bit as well, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He played a full 90 at the San Siro, so I'm a little bit worried.
He did.
And if he got Brock in a Norwich game, you would be hurt. You know them ones that knowing
that is real.
Especially when we got Chelsea next week.
We got Chelsea coming, you'll be hurt, but you'll be thinking, damn.
Yeah, no.
What would you go for? What would you go for, Drift? You've heard both of ours. What would you
if I'm being honest with you, I kind of agree with either or. I kind of do. Hendo and Naby. And then, I mean, I'm all right with either or. I mean, even playing Ox, Ox, he does deserve to play.
I didn't. Because I would put him right wing personally.
I think I remember you saying this.
Okay.
I remember you saying this.
Like, you're right. I did think of Ox, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to put him because he's done well. And I think personally, I know I'm getting into the next part, but I think Salah and Mane need to hold bench. So that's why I didn't. I put him right wing.
Yeah, I hear that. All right. Well then, let me give my front line then, and then we can dwell over that. Now, I'm going to get a lot of people coming at me for this, but. I'm going Minamino right, Bobby down the middle, and Diaz on the left. Now, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Norwich, And if we was to drop points in this game, I'll be livid at the fact that we went into it a little undercooked and we shouldn't have. But the games are coming thick and fast at the moment because of the rescheduled Leeds game being in the middle of the week and all that.
Yep.
And I think the thing that's bothering me, if we don't do it, is what's the point of having a squad if when you get the squad, you don't use it? And so even though it's like I'm contradicting myself by like being like, no, go into every game and win it because we're trying to catch City, again, you have to use the squad. Minamino has done exceptionally well whenever he's played. We can't front on that. I know a lot of people have agendas against Taki. Taki's got 7 goals. And even though a couple of them are against lower opposition, he got one against Arsenal and he got one against Leicester. Norwich, for me, is a game where Taki Minamino can impact the game, in my opinion. I want Jota obviously kept out, even if he was okay. We'll get onto the Jota thing, but he's not fit anyway. But I would have wanted him kept out of this game if he was fit. Mane and Mo need a break more than anything I've ever seen in my life.
Big
And
facts.
the only reason why I'm not going with D9, even though you lot now want to go with D9, is because I think Bobby off the back of the goal needs confidence building, because we need Firmino fit and firing because he's the man when he is. And I think after a game where he gets a goal, you play him again and try and maybe get a bit of momentum. If it ain't working by around the 65th minute, then obviously Origi's coming on. I'm like, Origi at halftime, get ready. You know what I mean? Like, but I want Bobby to get a little bit of momentum, and I feel like Norwich is a game he can get that momentum back, because that's one of the best teams to score against, because they've got one of the worst defense. So I'm going with that, and Diaz is self-explanatory in it. And I think the fact that Diaz will be doing well on his end, Minamino can make them runs in and benefit from what Diaz will be doing. I'm not going to have Minamino out wide hugging. I'm going to be like, yo, whenever Diaz has the ball, you make them inside runs, get on the end of it. And if Firmino pulls in, I think Minamino will be a good guy who's used to being centrally to come in and you know what I mean? So if Firmino ain't there, he can be there, back post tappings, all that kind of thing. So I know we haven't never seen that combination, but I feel like that combination against Norwich at Anfield could work. So, guys, tell me what you think.
I'll quickly jump in. I feel like I agree with pretty much 90% of what you've said, if I'm honest with you. The only difference for me would be I would swap, as I've already said, I'd swap Minamino for Ox. And I would also put D9 as a starter, because everything you said I agree with, but for me, Bobby's more effective off the bench. Like, if the game isn't going, do you know what I mean? If the game isn't going as it want, I would feel more confident with Bobby coming on than I would with Origi coming on. Do you know what I mean? And so I feel like you kill two birds with one stone there. You give Origi the confidence as in like, yo, you're ready, let's go, I trust you, do your thing, but also know that Bobby can come in and give them a whole different problem at 60 minutes if it isn't working out. So I would do that swap. With Ox, I would rather go Ox than Minamino, only because Bobby isn't really gonna shoot. Diaz is fresh. He's getting himself about, but we're not really putting shooting onuses on him. And Ox would be the only one that I know that if he'd get in the right position would let off outside of the box. Do you know what I mean? And his goal scoring record from the right since Salah's gone has actually been quite good. So just because we weren't really able to like give him a little run of games because he then got injured, whatever, I'd kind of be more confident with Ox. And then both of them are subject to change second half. You've got Minamino coming on, or you got Bobby coming on. And like you said, Diaz speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I disagree with is Origi being impactful off the bench, bro. Like, that's his thing.
No, I know. No, it's not his thing. It's what he's forced to do. Let's be honest. Like, that's what
that issue. But obviously, he's exceptional at doing it. But I get the logic as in, I think Firmino's obviously brilliant off the bench. I do believe that going forward, Firmino off the bench is a very good option for us, because I feel like what the best thing he does when he comes off the bench is he changes the way the opposition has to defend, and therefore it confuses them in the moment, and it gives us more space, and it allows us to have like a little bit of a different onlook on the game. But yeah, Ram, how are you feeling about that front three?
I would agree with Shane. I'll have Ox instead of Minamino, because I feel as though Minamino and Bobby are quite similar in the way they play, and I feel like I'd rather have someone that is similar to Diaz rather than someone that's similar to Bobby, you know. And I completely agree. I think Bobby needs to start because of the confidence that he has. Like, we saw it last season against Leicester, where he scored that goal, and then he ended up scoring a winner against Tottenham, and then he went on to score 3 goals against Palace. So I want to continue that run of form. And then if we're winning the game, chuck in Divock and tell Divock, go get a goal, mate. The game's already gone. Is your time to get a goal? Like, we're missing a goal from you. So I think for me, I would have Diaz, Bobby, and Ox, and I think Diaz is going to get a goal tomorrow.
Yeah, I really hope so. And I get where you lot are coming from in terms, and I mean, a few people are, you know, Mark is saying there like there's no pace if you've got Minamino, and I don't know if I would agree with that. I think Minamino.
I was going to say, Minamino ain't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Milo's
think so.
quite quick. I wouldn't.
He's just not got the acceleration. That's all it
Yeah.
is. But he's
but
pacey.
but the reason why I don't think that is a big deal is because, as Ram was saying, with them being deep, I mean, if they come Anfield and try and play, they're idiots. They're not going to do that, surely.
Nah.
Dean Smith ain't no
Thingy
mug.
might have done that.
Fuck. Daniel Farker.
For real,
He ain't gonna do. He ain't gonna do.
But Dean Smith ain't going to do that, and therefore we'll have possession. I reckon if you've got possession against a team that isn't great, with all due respect, I don't think pace is that big of a deal.
Yeah, you're right.
I think movement and intelligence is more of a big deal to find the space in between. And I think Bobby will do that. I don't think pace is that big of an issue for me.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
And then if we do look like we need the pace, lo and behold, we've got all that pace on the bench to just bring on.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think anybody has gone with a bad lineup. And it's going to be interesting because I think the scary thing that we all know is, even though we do have the squad now, it is not inconceivable that Klopp will literally just go Trent, Matip, or Ibu, Van Dijk, Robbo, Flacco, Thiago, Hendo, Mo, Salah, Mane. You know what I mean? We all know we'll be like, Klopp, man, it's Norwich, bro. What the fuck?
Although, shout out Kaiser for doing a mad triple sub that I know no one would have thought he was going to do at that time. Hooking man off at halftime. Yeah. Listen, this is a new Klopp with a new team with fully fledged people back, and everyone's. This is a new problem. Let's give Klopp the. Do you know what I mean? Because let's be honest, that old Klopp has been having to recycle some players and some long thing. Now he's got the depth of the squad. Let's see if we actually get. You know what I mean?
He said it the other day. I don't know if you lot watched the interview where he was like, "Yep, I do have a good squad. It will take some getting used to, but it's never a bad thing."
I'm not actually doing this.
I don't really know what I'm doing here. I've never had 20-odd players to pick from. Like, never. Not in my Dortmund days, not in my Mainz days. I've never had a squad this good and this many options. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm worried he will play Mo, you know. I am worried that he will play Mo. Even
I'm really worried as well. Really, really worried.
Please don't play Mo, man.
I don't care if he wants to play. I'm telling Mo, you're on the bench, mate. I don't want you to get injured. And even if he says, please, I want to play, I'm like, no. Just being like, no, you're not playing. Yeah. We've got bigger fish to fry, man.
Let other guys haven't made him my captain because he better not be playing.
Let other guys have a chance, man. Like, I know you want to play with a toy, yeah, but let other kids play with the toy, man. You know what I mean? Sharing is caring.
Yeah, you get to go home with it.
Yeah,
I lie.
While we're at aunties, let your cousins play with it. You know, it's your Game Boy. You can play with it all night and all tomorrow, and let your cousin play. Do you know what I mean?
Lie. But I was that kind of kid. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't let no one touch my PSP, bro.
My daughter's that kid now. Like, I'm telling you, bro.
I'll be real. I was the type of kid that wouldn't bring it. I'll leave it at home. Because who's gonna fix it when it's broken?
Yeah,
I've always been a very sensible child. Like, I'm like, hold on. So if you keep on rinsing it, it will eventually break, right? Yeah. If it's gonna break, I broke it. I'm not even bringing it. I'll bring the speaker spell or one of the extra
spell, you know?
or the extra sketch. You know what I mean? I'll bring one of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, is what it is. I don't even, bro, Tamagotchi, if your cousin kills your and he's like, you've had it.
You know, as it was coming out of my mouth, I kind of sucked it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was like, Tamagotchi, you know what? That needs to get under the pillow.
Yeah, bro. If you gotta press the reset button on that Tamagotchi after 200 days, you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, it will be interesting. It will be interesting. So before I ask you lot for score predictions, got another super chat. Big up yourself, Nisa. Says big up the boys. Just got in from a big night on the piss. Raw 4:15 a.m. right now, New Zealand. Shout out, Nisa.
Big up the Kiwis, man.
Big up yourself.
Nothing like getting home with a bit of Kopish. Nah, love, man. Nisa's one of our days. Big up yourself, bro. And hydrate. You know that eating is cheating and all that when you're trying to get drunk. No, when you get older, you realize, eat and drink water. Do you know what I'm saying?
Drink water.
Your tongue turns into Sahara on that morning, bro.
Yeah, bro. You'll regret it in the morning. You'll regret it in the morning if you don't. But no, big up news as always. So yeah, before I get a score prediction from you guys, as I told you that we've got some more special odds from our lovely sponsors, FansBet. So here you are, people. If you go to the link in the description and go through the Kopish way, here are the odds for the game. 1.13 for Liverpool to win, 8.75 for the draw, and 28.0 for a Norwich win. If you're used to the fraction more than the decimal way, basically you double what you put on by what you can see on the screen right now. You get what I mean? That's basically how it is. So much easier way to work it out. So as you can see, Liverpool for the win, you're not really going to get anything back on that. But if you want to put a little something on a cheeky draw, you know what I mean? A tenner would get you nearly £90 back, which is very good odds, people. So make sure you get over to FansBet as always, guys. Check them out. You know what I mean? They've got some great offers. And if you sign up now with £10, you get £30 back in bets as well, people. So make sure you get over there and get that done, people. So on that note, score predictions, Ram. Give me a prediction for the game, bro.
Liverpool 3, Norwich 0.
Why Rams?
Well, what are you saying? What are you thinking?
I was gonna just say draw for the same thing. Still,
that's cool.
Yeah, I got that in my heart. I can't even change it. Shout out my boy Roms, who's saying 4-0, but yeah, I'm gonna say 3-0, man. I think, but if there is such a there is, because we did it with Crystal Palace, but a hard fought 3-0. Do you know what I mean? Like a little 1 before the half, and then we might slap 2 later on in the game. But yeah.
Like a
couple of people are saying Salah hat-trick, so they do believe he'll play as well. I'm gonna go 2-0. And the reason why, if we change up that team, we ain't gonna be like just romping all over them with a changed team. If we do have Gomez playing, you know, if Ox comes in, if Minamino comes in, I don't think we'd be as rampant as we would if it was Jota and Mo and all them lot playing.
But Drift, dare I say it? Didn't we say the same thing when we're playing against Brentford?
Yeah, but did you feel we would go as rotated against Brentford though? Like, before the game, would you have been like, yeah, I feel like we will, because I didn't. You know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't, but I still thought that our attacking lineup will be more or less the same quality as this one that we're putting up with. I mean, we're thinking of having. So, like, it'll be Minamino, Ox, and Jota. It'll be Diaz, Ox, and Minamino. But Diaz, Minamino, and Firmino. Or Ox or Firmino, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm easy. I don't even care if it's
or
one.
Ox and Origi, come on.
Ox, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think there's more chance of it being 3 or 4-0 if Origi plays than Bobby. But I want Bobby to get the game time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if he does play D9 from the beginning, could be a hat-trick incoming. Let's keep it a buck. And you know, if he played Origi and he played Diaz and Mo with him, then I would be like, yo, this could be an Origi hat-trick quite easily.
Yeah. Because a lot of men in the chat think are saying that Salah's going to play. You know, I don't know if that's like what they think is just going to happen.
I'm worried he will. I'm worried he will. I can't lie. I'm worried he'll
If
play.
he is, then best be getting a first half hat-trick and getting subbed off after half time.
Even then, bro, 420-minute games.
I know, man.
Like, relax, Klopp, man.
I don't want him to play, but Salah. I know Salah. Salah was just gonna be like, I want to play. He's just gonna be one of them. It's just like, I want to play this game.
No, and that's to be respected as well. Like that in him is what's got him to where he is. But like Drifty says, you're the manager for a reason. You got to protect man for themselves sometimes, man.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't mind you having him on the bench for an absolute emergency where we're like, right, how is it that he 83rd minute and we ain't beating Norwich? Like, what? Like, maybe I can kind of get that, but I don't even want him wasting energy in a warm-up, if I'm being honest with you. But if you put him on the bench as an insurance policy, then fair enough. But letting him know, bro, unless we're in a real pickle here, I'm not playing you. And then I would only give him the last half an hour against Leeds as well to get him ready for the Chelsea game. Like I wouldn't even play him in that, but obviously we'll get to that afterwards.
Shout out my boy Roms, who says that he's chasing a golden boot, so he's going to give Klopp a headache. That is true.
But how many goals has he got? How many goals has he got so far this season compared to everyone else?
Yeah, I think he's 5 ahead of Jota.
Yeah,
the closest
and if Jota's
him,
Brock, if Jota's Brock and not playing, that might be like, all right, cool. You know, like that, because Jota hopefully won't.
He's 6 ahead of Sterling and 4 ahead of Jota, and Jota's injured, so
that's what I'm saying. Jota's injured, so that might be he might be all right. You know what? Cool. But if
Sterling
Jota was playing, he'd want to play, bro. If Jota was, bro, you know Jota's bagging a hattie or something. He's like, nah, I'm not having that. He'll play.
Bro, I want Salah to get more assists because he'll break the Henry record of like 2020 for goals and assists, and I want that. I want one of our players to have that as well. You know what I mean?
So, yeah. No, look, it'll be interesting. I hope he does rest a few guys. I mean, do you know what's mad, yeah? The one thing that we all said that I just realised, why did none of us rest Van Dijk? He's another guy who shouldn't be playing every week, you know?
Rams did. I
wanted Gomez and Matip.
Did you? Oh, my bad. Yeah. I didn't even. Yeah.
When he said it, because I know that because when he said it, I was like, you know what, you're right, actually. Because I was like, that's how I know. Because I was like, yeah, you know what? Actually,
Virgil should be getting a break for the game. Yeah, Virgil should be getting a break for the game. It'll be interesting. A couple of people in the chat earlier on actually were saying that he might actually play Ali in the final. I don't know. They were saying that he's confirmed that he won't play Kelleher in the final. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know.
If that is true, then
that would change my keeper, obviously.
But you're right though. If he is going to play the final, get him minutes as well because you got to get him warmed up. I would play Ali against Leeds, but yeah,
you can't just come out of the cold and then think you're going to just be like you got Havertz, and I know he's not banging, but Lukaku's always. Do you know what I mean? It's just too much to just put him in that final, like. And I'll say this as well. If I see a leggy Salah in that final, I'll be fuming. I'll be fuming, you know. Like, so all the man in the chat that are talking about Salah this, Salah that, just know that, innit? Like, we've got a cup final coming up. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we definitely have to.
And it's Chelsea as well. I want to beat them so badly, man. The Chelsea fans have got on my skin, man. They got under my skin, and I want to beat them so badly.
This is like honestly, it feels like a Champions League final for me, bro. I have to remind myself it's only a League Cup final, you know, because I want it back. Bro, I'm telling you.
Operation 2001, bro. Operation 2001. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Run it back.
100%, man. But boys, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on, man. You know what I mean? People, hope you enjoyed it. A little special appearance from the boys that you didn't know you was going to get. So there's a treat for you guys. And you know, obviously Friday, we will be back at 7:00 with the call-in so we can have you guys on. We'll chop it all up. And make sure you go in the description and follow these guys and show your love as well, people, man.
Drifty, can I quickly give them a little something? Guys, just as we was talking about this League Cup thing, I need to beat them. So I made sure that I've patterned up a nice preview and I've got the man, you know what I mean? Drifty, man like Matt, Lewis, for the preview, so make sure you lock. You know what I mean, you lock in, and we're gonna back.
Yeah, man, come on. Make sure you're there, guys. Obviously, check the socials, and we'll make sure you all know times, dates, everything like that. But yeah, man, we'll be jumping on Saint Thursday, right? Thursday. So make sure you tune into that one as well, guys. You know what I mean? Show your love, man, and big up to everyone in the chat, with the super chats and everything. And as I said before, people, make sure you check out FansBet as well. We've got the great odds at the moment. Give you them before we go. You can't ask for more. Tenner down, £33 back on Mo to get the winning goal. So if he does play, which we all think he will. I mean, I'm looking at Divot there at 5-0. Yo, if he plays, that's money in the bank. I'm sorry, if he 100%. Plays, that's money in the bank.
Yeah, 100%.
That's money in the bank, but you know, I don't know. What do I know about D9, eh? What do I know about D9? But as I said, people, love as always, and we'll catch you at 7:00 tonight, people. Peace!